What's up, Archie? How's it going, man? Janko, what up? Kyle, what up? We'll see, Leonard. We'll see. This is a decent setup right here for a short to take out this sell side down to this swing low here, but the book map that I'm seeing is not lining up with that setup. We're also in the middle of this new week opening gap still on ES. We inverted it on NQ, and it's pre-market here, so I'm not getting into this. But if it was normal hours and I wasn't seeing, this is what I'm seeing on the book map right here. It's not necessarily lining up with a short. All the liquidity is resting above us here. Looks like the VWAP's holding pretty steady. So got this marked out, but I'm not taking it. Almost called a welfare check. I have class on Thursdays, man, at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. classes, so the stream's a little delayed getting kicked off on Saturday or on Thursdays. What am I looking for right now? I'm just waiting for the market to open. 14 minutes. What's up, Harley? How's it going? This is ES right here. This is NQ. And we still have this new week opening gap that we're sitting inside of here on ES. PM session move yesterday was crazy. Yeah, that was because Trump saying that they had the frameworks for that deal. Can't see your price chart. What do you mean, the stuff on the right here? That better? Shorts or longs today? Don't know yet, man. Would say we're bullish, but we'll see. The reason I'm not in this setup right here, one, it's pre-market, and two, for those of you just joining, I was just showing, this is the book map. So this is a perfect example of how you can get a setup that looks good, but the book map will tell you, hey, it's probably not a good idea to take this trade. So there's just all the liquidity is resting above us here on ES. I was so tired trading yesterday, I ended up making, hey, 800 is good, man. 800 is a good day. We're looking at ES currently, Wingman. I bounce back and forth between ES and NQ, though. Just happened to see this on ES right now. What's up? I lost my job yesterday. I hate to hear that, man. Just so you know, trading takes a long time to get profitable, so I would not suggest that as a reliable source of income immediately. What bookmap is that? Bookmap is a thing of itself. Bookmap is a level 2 data software, so bookmap is bookmap. It would be like saying, what Fortnite is that? It's like Fortnite is Fortnite. But if you're asking what indice it's on, it's currently on ES. Can you show the bookmap chart for NQ? Yeah. What's up, Cam? I'm relatively bullish too, Cam, but you know how I am, man. I don't. I just take what the market gives. Do you have a course? It's my fault. I've been debating on this for a while. I drive dump trucks and I slid in the rain and hit a car. Man, I hate to hear that. I hope everybody's all right. I do not have a course. I'm not a course seller. I do these lives and I try to answer as many questions as I can to help people get started and kind of lay the foundation, but I don't sell anything, man. But I'm more than happy to help you get going here. You should be able to learn some good information here or absorb some good information from these streams. Typically have some good guys in here too that are pretty helpful. What's up, Blade? How's it going, man? Thoughts on cutting off your day ones? I was in a short on the holding 15 and got it rocking. Appreciate that, Kyle. I say you should always cut off people who are not beneficial to getting you closer to Christ or getting you closer to success. Sick Rips, what up, man? Bro, I want to get into order flow. Excuse me. I'm fighting off like an upper respiratory thing here, man. I want to get into order flow and Bookmap. Where do you suggest I start? I suggest you start right here, man. I think if you can find people who are using Bookmap and you can kind of see how they're utilizing it, that's how you get into it. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of information out there on Bookmap because it's really not something that you can teach. It's one of those things. The analogy I like to use is, there's people who are really good at these like battle royale video games. Fortnite's a good example. Somebody can tell you the rules of Fortnite and how it works, like the general concepts, but you're not going to get good at Fortnite until you actually play Fortnite and start developing those fast twitch fibers and those instincts that you get from playing those games. Bookmap is the same way. It's like one of those things where you can sit there and teach the concepts or how you utilize it, but ultimately someone's going to have to get in there and learn it themselves by using it. The best way to do that, excuse me, best way to do that is to get Bookmap and spend a lot of time sitting here watching Bookmap and watching TradingView to compare how what you're seeing on Bookmap compares to the TradingView charts. So once you do that, I think you can really get an idea of how price moves and what you're seeing, how what you're seeing on the Bookmap translates to the charts. That's kind of how you got to do it, and it takes a lot of time. Accidentally left a limit order and blew my account first day on Lucid Black. Man, I've done that so many times, dude. That is so frustrating. I hate that for you, but you'll bounce back. That's such a cliche thing to say, but it's true, man. Isaiah, what up, man? Just passed my 100K funded. Do you think 1K a day is good if the marketplace? Dude, yeah. I don't say, I tell people not to focus on these like profit targets or profit goals for yourself. Focus on just executing a reliable plan that you know is profitable or that has produced solid results for you on a consistent basis. Whatever that is, man. Whatever way it is. If there's a trading way that you're doing things and it's working, don't change it. Don't listen to people trying to throw shade at you for it. Stick to it. Could be ICT, could be order flow, could be support and resistance, could be trend lines. It could be something you developed completely on your own, but if it's working, stick to it. Consistency on Lucid Black is 40%. I believe it's 60. I want to say it's 60%. I could be wrong. It might be 40%. I get Tradeify and Lucid confused. Let me see. Consistency. Pass an eval in 2 days. So that would be 50%, right? 60. Yeah, it's 60% on Lucid Black. Consistency is 60% on Lucid Black. Do you think you'll be a member of Lucid? What do you mean by that? I have Lucid accounts. That's what I'm trading. I have 2 fundeds and then 3 eval Lucid accounts right now. Oh, you're good. You're good, Spare. It's not actually a website. It's a software. So it's a website where you download the software. Yeah, I have a code with Lucid. Yeah, CWT. Yeah, I have a code with virtually everybody except for My Funded Futures. I have Apex, Tradeify, Alpha Futures, Lucid, Take Profit Trader. When you look at Bookmap, what exactly do you use? These very strong draws on liquidity these are limit orders stacked on the chart. What you're seeing here, like these levels here. And you want to see how aggressive the market orders are. So if you see these big volume bubbles and you see that buyers are in control, it's a pretty good sign that we're going to continue higher here. You'll see small pullbacks. So like there's a guy named Rips. He talks about the pitch and catch. So I think this is probably a good example of it right here. You got a slight pullback right here. Woo, not that. Here you go. You get these slight pullbacks and then you get these moves higher. Right now we're in a slight pullback and then you get a move higher. So if you're trading strictly order flow momentum, these pullbacks, like right here, and then you get this giant move higher, those are kind of what you look for. And there's levels that you can kind of use as points. Like you can see where there's, maybe points of control are not the right word for it, but rejection points. Like you can see this level right here at this 25, basically the 25,722 level has been a point where price has been bouncing off of. So you kind of just learn areas like that. This is Bookmap. How can I practice trading? So if you get a TradingView account, which is what this website is that I'm using right here, you can go to tradingview.com. You can sign up for a data plan with them. All in, I think it's about $20 a month, and you can get it'll come with a paper account, which is just fake money, and you can practice whatever you want on there. Webull's the best for what? I don't know who Eddie is. Webull is the best for everything. Okay. How'd you learn order flow? Just watching it, man. Watching other people do it. Rips. There's a guy named Rips, R-I-P-S. I think he's live right now. He's usually live every day at 8 o'clock. He's free on Kick and YouTube, but watching and practicing, man. Quick question, how many Tradeify accounts you got? I have 5. Jeff, how's it going? Hey, Christian, is there a bullish breaker on the 10-minute on ES? I see what you're looking at. You are correct that you could say that is a bullish breaker right there. We swept London though, so I don't know how big of a rejection we're going to get out of that. It's one of those things where we're just going to have to watch price and see how it behaves. You got this nice 5-minute inside of the breaker. You're right. I mean, this is a pretty nice setup right here on ES, but we got market open in 50 seconds right here. We'll see how this behaves. This music in my ear is not it right now. Yeah, we'll see how this behaves here. It would really, typically what you'd want in this setup right here, Andre, is you'd want to sweep lower. And you want us to have swept a lower level here, and then you'd get this setup. It's not typically a setup I like to take from a swing high, if that makes sense. We're open now. Let's see what happens. I had this set up. There was a breaker here. We had swept this London high, and I had to set up short down to this low pre-market is what I was looking at. But the book map was not supporting that idea, so kind of deleted it off the chart. But you're right, there is a ton of liquidity above us. Leroy, what's up? How many monitors would you recommend? I use 3, basically. But that's, if I wasn't streaming, you really only need 2, I would say. Maybe 3. I mean, I know people that trade from their phone and they do pretty well, so it all depends on the person. I can't do that. You explain what's going on? Well, the market just opened, so we're trying to let price kind of work itself out and see which direction it wants to go, and then we're hopefully going to see a setup in that direction, and we're going to take it and make a little bit of money. The way that it works is if we think price is going to go up, we buy a contract and we sell it back at a higher price. That ends up making us money. If we think it's going to go down, we sell a contract, buy it back at a lower price, and that ends up making us money. That's the general concept. It's about as simplistic as you can make it in terms of just what is going on. There's a 4-hour gap on top. Price still hasn't touched that level yet. We're a little decoupled at the moment. A lot of liquidity above us here on ES. Liquidity below us on NQ. So this is interesting. Isaiah, what's up, man? What's my bias for the day? I don't really have one at the moment, man. I mean, instinctively, I would say bullish. But I don't like to. The way that I trade, man, is I take what the market's given us, whatever direction it wants to go, and I try to find a setup in that direction and just ride the wave. I rarely try to predict price. Is up 597 on my eval. Good after 1.5 week, 1 week and a half. I mean, yeah, you're in the green. Timmy, I appreciate that, man. I try to keep it as professional as possible. I know that sounds kind of goofy, but like, this is my livelihood, and it can be yours too if you do it right. I don't mean you specifically, I just mean people in general. Got a raging headache, man. No, I don't sell courses, Ryan. I don't do that, man. What you see is what you get here. I have a Discord that I have Discord, and I have these lives, and I have a YouTube. When you're about to take a trade, what sort of confluences do you use? Well, I like to see a sweep of a major liquidity level like this London high, or a swing low, or a 4-hour high, 4-hour low, something like that. I like to see a strong V-shaped recovery. This is a V-shaped recovery, but this isn't the area where I'd look for it. If we got this, but in the other direction, I would start to get interested. I like to see a breaker. As someone pointed out, this is a breaker right here technically, but it's not the place where I like to see it. Got a small breaker here. Breaker is basically the last leg down or the last leg up before a sweep higher or lower. then I like to see a gap form on the V shape. So if we're going down here, I'd like to see a bearish gap get formed. And then I'd like to see price touch into that gap and reject aggressively out of it. Like you see how we're rejecting aggressively out of these 4-minute gaps right here. I like to see that on the V-shaped recovery when we're targeting a trade. We're going down here on NQ, man. There's a ton of orders just aggressive below us here. What indicator? I'm not using an indicator. I mean, I have this marked out based on a fair value gap thing, but I don't have an indicator turned on at all at the moment. All my indicators are off. Come on, man. Gotta have that alarm set. Gotta hit the feet hit the floor. You haven't missed anything though. You're good. Yeah, I mark out all these levels. So what I do is I do have this right here that shows me where they are, and then I use the ray tool. I use this ray tool to manually mark all those out, and I have these templates, preset templates here where I've created these, saved these, so that I can mark all these out. And what I do is I use a vertical line tool to set a specific time, and I drag all those lines to the exact same time, so it looks very, I like to be organized. Still a ton of orders down to 25,600 on NQ here. What's the PD array? It's just PD, not PED. PD array. This high time frame PD array would be this new week opening gap here. A lot of orders on ES above us here. The book map is looking completely opposite. Like ES and NQ are looking opposite of each other at the moment. So that's ES. And NQ has more orders stacked below us. So we're starting to get more orders above us on NQ. This wasn't here a few seconds ago or a few minutes ago. So we'll see what happens here. What's a PD array? It's like a high time frame fair value gap or things like that. It's because you were asleep, man. They were confused. They didn't know what we wanted to do because they didn't have you here. It's all your fault. No, I have a feeling this has to do with stuff going on in the world. Tech stocks are, there's all kinds of uncertainty going on right now. Do we have news at 4? 10 a.m. Eastern time, there is CPE news, I believe. Yeah, core CPE. At 10 a.m. Eastern time, red folder news. So 20 minutes and 15 seconds. Lucas, what's up, man? No bonjour this morning? What in the world? I'm offended. I think we're about to see a strong push up here on ES. With the way this book map looks, I would not be surprised if we just get a shoot up to the 75 area. Dude is trading on Trade-of-8. Project X is way better. That just shows me how new you are to this, man, because this isn't Trade-of-8. Oh. My bad. I thought you were saying this was Trade-of-8. I'm like, this is definitely not Trade-of-8. You said Trade-of-8 is better? You shouldn't trade on, you shouldn't be charting and stuff on Trade-of-8. That's strictly like an execution thing. Think about Trade-of-8 as like just a button. You know what I mean? Like you're doing your charting and everything here, and then you just have that open. All you really need to see on Trade-of-8 is the buy and sell. That's really the most important thing, and that just is so that you don't get screwed by the slippage that happens sometimes with TradingView. I would agree with you, though. There are some benefits to Project X, having the ability to drag those brackets and do that kind of stuff. That is good, but the charting is absolutely terrible on there. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump on you like that, man. I apologize. Coming right back down here on ES, which is interesting. Orders at 69.50 right here, basically at the 8:30. Bouncing off the VWAP right here at 69.55. It's funny Marcel, you said something about the verse of the day. As soon as you said that, I got a notification from the Bible app. And I think it is the verse of the day. Hang on. It is the verse of the day. How funny is that? Another book that I've never heard of, and I feel so weird saying that because I've read the Bible, so this is weird. I don't remember this. Is it Philemon? 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 Philemon 1:6. That the sharing of your faith may become effective by the acknowledgement of every good thing which is in you in Christ. I like that. The verse I was trying to look for the other day was James 4:17, I believe. This verse hit me, dude. Coming right down to that 8:30 and then pushed right back, absorbed those 69.50 orders. So this is James 4:17. Dude, this literally, I don't know why it hit me so hard. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is a sin for them. And that sounds simple, but I sat there and thought about that for like an hour, dude. I don't just take it just because I have that. I need more than Austin. You said, why didn't I just take that trade if I thought we were going to push up? Because I need more than just a idea. Like you can see the book map, and the book map might say, hey, it looks like we're going to go higher here, but I need more information than just that to go off of. As you can see here, I mean, that wasn't enough. We pushed right back down, even though we had a ton of orders stacked above us on ES. Like here, I'll show you the book map real quick. Like it doesn't mean it's going to happen without going down some first. So this retrace back into this, we touched right back into a 5-minute, inverted a 4, which I don't really like, but we touched back into a 5-minute, a 2-minute, several other support levels below us, and we could go to this swing level that's still down there at right around 69.40. So I need more information than just the book map orders. Like if you just were to look at the book map here, you're going to say, man, it looks like we're going up. But need more information than that. Of course, P. Always, man. Hey, Leroy, I hope class goes well, man. Stay warm. Have a blessed day, dude. NQ's just dumping here. All right, I'm going to lock in. Get a little bit of a pullback here. I might get in on this because there's aggressive orders coming in to the downside here on NQ down to this 50 level. Might try to make a quick little scalp on this if it stays looking the way that it does currently. Yeah, this looking good. See if we can get a pullback and then potentially get in on this before it runs away. Get a pullback to this 25,590. I don't think we'll get it that deep, but we'll see. Yeah, it's going to just keep going here. I need a stronger pullback than this just to justify getting in. The order's coming in now at 25,590. Get a pullback into the 80s, maybe up to that 90 level. I'd get in on this, but not until. This is just going to keep dumping here. There we go. A little more. Big order just came in at 25,595. We get in down here. That was terrible timing. Terrible timing. As soon as I get in on that, orders clear out, one comes in higher at 596 here. Yeah, terrible timing. Let it ride though. We'll see what happens here. If it breaks this 95 level, then I'm getting out. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Terrible trade. God awful trade. God awful trade. Yeah, that was an absolute terrible trade. Samir, what's up, man? Hey, good call. I love your mom. Good call, man. Good call. Very astute observation, bro. Write that down. Let me put it on a piece of paper. I'll laminate it and stick it in my front pocket. The book map. Clear draw on liquidity. London low. Sweep of London high. Dang, dude. Ace, I hate that, man. I'm sorry, bro. That's extremely frustrating. That's book map. It's not a whole lot underneath us here on ES, mostly on NQ. Yeah, there's full TP. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, I took a short too early, man. I didn't allow for. I thought we had pulled back to the point that we were going to keep dumping, and we had not. Got to pull back. Did two things stupid. Got to pull back, and it was going to hit my stop, but I was going to close the trade early. Instead of closing the trade early, I hit sell another contract, so added to my loss by about $200. It's just a lovely day so far. Oh, we're good, yeah. Definitely good. Where I think it's going? Down. Down. Maybe to the London low, potentially. We'll see. Correct. Yeah. Typically those areas are draws on liquidity. At what price? What was I in? I don't remember. Sold right here. Then we got this pullback. This was the pullback I should have waited for, because this move would have been the ideal move. And we're getting just tons of liquidity to the downside now. This is getting ready to dump, I think. Breaks this level, we're going to dump. Nick, what's up, man? I think we could go lower here. I mean, I'm thinking this is the draws down here. How much is Bookmap? All in, it's about 100 a month, and then you can get 20% off with my code. 20% off of the Bookmap subscription, not the data, but you need data as well. So the data is like 30 a month. The Bookmap subscription is like, with my code, it's only like 80 a month or something, or 70, something around there. I can't remember. A Lucid account would you recommend? I like those Lucid Blacks. I have 3 of those, and then I also have 2 of the, what are they called? The other ones. Was it Growth? What are they calling them? Pro, Lucid Pro. I have 2 of the Pro and 3 of the Black. Lifetime fee because it's $65 until the end of the day, Wazy. If it's $140, so with no sale, the PA fee, the lifetime fee is $140 and the monthly is like $100. I don't recommend doing the monthly, man. Just do the lifetime. Pony up the extra $40. Dude, what is that chart? This is called Bookmap. This is level 2 data software. For a 50K, yeah, 50K. Right now, if you were to activate, like if you passed yesterday and you're activating today, it's $65. But that sale ends tonight at midnight. How do you deal with the need to be right in trading? I don't need to be right, man. I like to be right. But more importantly, I like to follow rules. And I have certain rules that have allowed me to make a decent amount of money from doing this. So it's not a question of like, a lot of people say, oh, you think you can beat the markets or whatever. You're not trying to beat the markets. You're trying to see what the markets want to do based on what you're seeing, aka confluences. And you're trying to ride the wave in whatever direction it wants to go. So there's no need to beat the markets. You don't want to beat it, you want to join it. If that makes sense. How do you read that chart? By doing exactly this, what I'm doing right now, just staring at it, figuring out how it behaves in conjunction with the trading view. Figure out what you're seeing on the Bookmap, how that translates over to the trading view. Bookmap don't work. Mud. Okay. Your username and your writing skills lead me to believe that you are a room temperature IQ individual. Man, I got a splitting headache right now, and this light is not helping me. I'm about to turn this off. I don't care how it looks. You guys want to see the Bookmap, or do you want to see my chart? I'm up 3K. Good for you, man. You want to see the chart? much does Bookmap cost a month? The data is about 30 bucks, and the subscription is about 70 or 80, depending on what you're doing. What you're meaning, what code? If you've used my code, it gives you 20% off. You need to connect a broker to use Bookmap? No, you can pay for data through them. So all you need is the Bookmap subscription and their data, and you can just do that. I took an L today. You're not a stupid chud, dude. We're down a little bit right now. You know the rules if you've been here long enough. I take one more trade, win or lose, and that's it. So we're going to be very patient and try to find a really good setup here. I still think the shorts are in play here down to London low, but we'll see. My entry on that was a little bit frustrating. It'll be definitely be fun to journal that. Man, thank you for showing the heat map. I closed on trade when I saw the orders there. Secured 1.6. Hey, there you go, man. Glad that could help. Yeah, it's been a little tough. Been a little tough. Yeah, we took a trade. Got stopped out. Wanted this short, wasn't patient, should have waited for the pullback into this area. I took it down here thinking that we were getting ready to break loose because that's the way the book map looked. Thought we had gotten enough of a pullback to get in on that, but absolutely, I mean, you could not have timed it any worse than I timed it, so it is what it is. Missed my break even by 2 ticks. I still think the draw here is these 2 levels. What's 80% code? What are you talking about, Jace? For the Apex, it's the same. My code's the same across all the platforms. It's CWT. Yeah, that 80% off sale ends tonight, and with Apex, I mean, they throw sales on all the time, so I'm not going to sit here and like try to be like, get it while it's hot. You know how that is with Apex, but I will say that they're doing $65 activation fee right now, which that very well could be gone for a little while. The activation fee normally is 140, so that does save you a pretty good amount of money. It's hard to do, Marsh. Yo, I caught the 300K. There you go, man. It's kind of hard to do Bookmap. It's like I said before, it's like I could make a video of the general concepts of Bookmap and how I use it. But it's one of those deals where, again, I'll use this analogy. So I'm sure whoever's heard this already is probably tired of hearing it. But I think the best analogy I could give is it's like trying to explain somebody the rules to like Fortnite or to like, Warzone, and they can get the general idea, but until they get in there and start playing and spending countless hours on, in the game, they're not gonna get good at it. And this is kind of the same with Bookmap. You kind of got to get in there and get used to it and figure out what works and what doesn't. I think that's why it's so hard to find YouTube videos and stuff on people's strategies, because it's like it's one of those deals where it's kind of hard to teach. So yeah. Touching into this 15 on NQ and on ES. I'd be really surprised if we did touch into that. We'll see. I'd be surprised if we come all the way down here and don't take London low or Asia low. How long did it take you to become profitable? I've been doing this for 4 years, man. This past year was really the first year I made any significant amount of money from trading. Yeah, there's orders coming in above on Bookmap. How long until you got your first payout? Well, I traded for a long time before I discovered prop firms. I started trading prop firms in October of 2024. I got my first payout in February. But I was trading Forex with personal capital and then trading futures with personal capital prior to that. So, I mean, I made some money here and there. I lost more than I made overall. What did your family and friends think when you first told them about trading? I don't know. My mom's in the chat. You can ask her. My brother's in there too. Girlfriend's in there too. Probably my uncle, cousins. A lot of people over there with you in the YouTube there, Alex. I appreciate you, Essentials. Look at that rejection out of that 15. Yeah. You taking it, Nick? I appreciate that, Kyle. You out of here, man? You're up 80 points. There you go, Nick. Crushing it, dude. Hey, bro, can you wick my candle? You're wild, dude. Room temperature uncle there in the chat. Far from it, man. Far from it. I was wondering if you were still tuning in. You went radio silent on me. Yeah, this pull back into this 15 down to these London lows does look good. It's starting to be supported by what I'm seeing on the book map too. What am I doing wrong? I blew another funded. What trade were you taking here to make that happen? Sounds like you might be over leveraged a little bit. How did you learn to trade? What was a big turn for you? Spent a lot of time losing and getting my head kicked in and watching YouTube videos and watching other traders trade. There's a guy named ChristianTrades. When he started his Discord and his live streams back in, I think he started it in November of 24, but then I found him around January of 25. He helped me out tremendously. This majority of this is psychology, man. It's you can learn the market analysis side of things pretty quickly. Decision making, discipline, you know, when to walk away, all that kind of stuff plays such a bigger role to me than you know, analyzing the charts. That's what PJ taught me, and I firmly believe that, man. And any successful trader who has longevity in this industry will tell you the same thing. Hey, Harrison, good job, man. Last week I was cooking every day. This week I'm buns. It happens, man. Lower your sizing. Yeah, what up? $300 is good. Push it back to this 15 now. Orders coming in above us. You want to see the book map? Break even? Sucks. Hey, that's better than red, Nick. Break a structure with an inversion here of this 15 would be interesting. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the 15 for another 16 minutes, though. Appreciate that, Josh. 300 off from passing my fourth funded. Boom. There you go, man. I agree, Blade. I agree with that. Jeez Louise. Can count on you to say some outlandish stuff on a daily basis, man. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, no more. It's a good idea. Just a reset is good. That's smart, Nick. Oh, you just know, man. Kyle, you know. I'm going to take a Tylenol real quick. I don't usually do this, but this headache is crushing me right now, dude. Not a Tylenol, ibuprofen. Is this order flow? This is Bookmap. So yeah, you use Bookmap to trade order flow. When are we getting a house tour? I'm in an apartment, bro. I'm in a little bitty apartment here. When I buy a house, you can get a tour. Hoping to build one within the next year. Do you know where price is going to go with this? It's an added confluence to make that decision. It's not foolproof. You know, it's not a for sure thing, but you get a really good idea of where price it has the potential to go. Silver's ripping. It is. Somebody's killing it. You've only seen blocks. That's way zoomed in. If you're seeing that, you're seeing it like this, basically. That's super zoomed in. What's my win rate? I can tell you, but I would give you I think a more important factor than win rate is your profit factor, a more important statistic. 67.94% right now. Profit factor of a 2.68. Profit factor, I think, is more important. Yeah, anything above 1 is not bad. Anything above 2 is pretty damn good. I mean, I'm not saying I'm pretty damn good. I'm just saying if you're looking at statistics, that's what you want to see. It means you're keeping your winners much bigger than your losers. Typically, that's what that means. Theoretically, you could have like a 33% win rate, but if your profit factor was like 3 or 4, you're going to be very profitable. Anything above 2, really, you'd be profitable. Or 1, I guess. Man, I crapped the bed. I was in a trade on silver. I closed my trade early at -49. Yummy, it happens, man. Second generation pizza, man. Dude, I love pizza. I appreciate that follow. I'm going to check you out. Where are you based? All right, we're getting a push up here. The 5-minute candle closes in 50 seconds here. Could potentially invert this 5-minute to the upside. We're still inside of a 15, so I would wait for this to close. But I'll show you what I'm looking at here. This 15, we're still inside of that. We have 10 minutes and 30 seconds until that candle closes, but we have 30 seconds until this 5-minute candle closes. We have a break of structure right here, potentially. Inversion. We didn't really sweep anything, but we did come down, dip in below this midnight level here. We do have orders stacked pretty aggressively to the upside here. So this could potentially be my second trade if I want to wait for this 15-minute to close here. So that would be 10 minutes from now. And I'm very tempted to drop to micros and size down on this. In fact, I'm going to do that. We're going to size down. We're looking for, I didn't unfortunately, mark out this chart this morning, but we have time to do it super quick. First target would be New York AM high. New York PM low here. Is that still inside of that new week opening gap? Let me make sure I'm not. Yeah, that's inside of that. New York PM low up here. New York PM high up there. We'll keep this just as a point of reference. Tip of the keep that at buy side. All right. So we'll wait for this to close. If we do get a closure, I'll wait for a tap back. Got a potential break of structure on the 5. We do have a break of structure, not potential, it is a break of structure, but we want to see a candle close. There's a 5-minute gap in here. We'd like to see that get inverted. We'll see how this goes. Some aggression coming in on NQ to the downside here. Yeah, I think this looks better on ES. We'll see though. Just gonna stay patient here. No, I wouldn't be looking for a short here. Yeah, that is something to consider, Kyle. Up 160 for the day, hopping off, fitting to go get these gains. Hey, there you go, Jace. Good job, man. What do you think of taking a long potential here? Potential. Waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. We are inside of this 30, like Kyle points out. This is ES. Inverted the 5. Wait and see if the 15 inverts. We got 4 minutes. No, if I was in a trade, you would see it. I'm in 2 micros for long right now. Stop loss is 604. Front running that 15-minute gap. Your stop is just smack dab in the middle of this 5 that was just created. Or I guess just below the CE of it. It's a tight stop. Excuse me. Been back testing for 2 weeks now on a higher time frame. When should I go to a lower time frame? I think you should already be doing that. You could use the higher time frame as getting an idea of the lay of the land, and then you drop down to the lower time frame to execute your trades, find your draws. Yeah, we took one. I know, Claudio. We're inside of that. We're also delivering out of a 2-hour bullish gap. No entry yet. Ideally, this would be the trade. But doesn't look like we're getting a pullback. Yeah, I'm very tired. My head is pounding, dude. A lot going on. Appreciate you asking, though. Price didn't go down after it created an INVG on the 1-hour time frame. Which one are you talking about? Candle's got to close to invert. Candle didn't close. Oh, NQ. Oh, I got you. Sorry. Yeah, I think ES is causing it to push higher here, but we'll see. Yeah. We want to see how it behaves when it gets to this 69.43.75 level. Just tapped it. We're just above it here. We're going to take a little stab here. A little late entry. Wanted to get a little more confirmation there, but we'll see. We're in for 5 micros here. Stops are going to be below this 5-minute wick. That's a long stop. Be below. Below that inversion, maybe. Slightly under it. We'll see how this plays out. Set and forget. First TP is going to be right there. And then full TP will be up there. We'll see how this goes. Might not play out. We are in this 30. We're delivering out of a 2-hour bullish gap. But we shall see. Delivering out of this 15, tap back into it. There's a 5 overlapping there too. Stops will be right there below that wick. That's what we'll do. Risking, we'll do 10 points here. Risking 10 to make 30. See how it plays out. I don't know what, if I'm causing a curse or something, but as soon as I opened this trade, the light map had a bunch of orders get yanked. The regular book map data looks good here for the upside, but the light map, for some reason, a bunch of orders just got yanked up there. We'll see how it plays. This is ES. Like I said, we're in the middle of a 30 bearish gap, but we did invert the 15, inverted the 5. Strong V shape, break a structure. Hopefully we get a little delivery here. Need a strong push through this 50s level would be ideal. Ballas, what's up, man? There's a 5-minute gap inside of this 15 right here. Got inverted. This is ES. Right there. Yeah, it stalled as soon as I went in. It's okay. Took the trade. I'm going to let it run. Dude, my head is pounding. What just happened? Sign into a different account. Hang on. Give me 1 sec. One of my Lucid accounts, daily drawdown, Lucid eval. That was my leader account. Trade of 8, risk management. Of course, we just got all this action to the downside now. What are you targeting? First is that AM high that we have above us here. Second target is the previous top of that. I think it's the top of this new week opening gap. So first TP is at this high. Second one is the top of the new week opening gap. This could easily fail though. We're in the middle of a 30. So it is what it is. Letting it play out. No, I did not message you on Telegram. I don't have Telegram. Don't have Signal either. Hugo, it's the edge of that new week opening gap. Could potentially reject off of that area, so that'd be where I'd want to get out. Obviously, it could blow right through that. What we could do as we get closer, I could just sell one contract and leave one runner and trail stops pretty aggressively. So I might do that if we do get there. Easily could get stopped out here. So sizing, we only got 5 micros on. So we'll see how we behave at this VWAP. We're in the middle of this 15 inversion. Would love to see a strong bounce off of this VWAP. Got some orders flashing down at 69.40 now on the book map. Tons of liquidity still resting above us. So NQ is dancing. We'll see what happens here. Fresh 15-minute. Would love to see a drive out of this. No, I do not have a starving family in Kenya that needs help. That is not me. We'll see. We'll see if it plays out. We'll see. If we get stopped out here, not a big deal. If it plays out, it'd be awesome too. I'm happy with this trade. Break a structure, V-shaped recovery, inverted to the 15. Retest and rejection of this VWAP, this rejection off of this VWAP. I like that. Inverted that 5. I think that 5 is irrelevant now. But we'll just let this play. Didn't mean to do that. This is a yes, yeah. S&P 500 futures. What is the best app or platform to short penny stocks? Can you help me? I have no idea, man. Activity down at 25,600 on NQ. Still a bunch of liquidity above us here on the book map. Bounce off the VWAP there. Strong push up here. I want to see just a blast through these 50s. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't mess with penny stocks. What trading software is that? This is a platform, a website called TradingView. Appreciate that, Lucas. Yeah, outdoor, I get that. Just gotta be patient. Could you explain the 40% consistency rule in alpha? It means that no one day of your profits can equal more than 40% of your total target profit. So if your target profit is 3,000, you do 40%, you calculate 40% of that, and you can't have one trading day that equals more than that number. Is Alpha Futures funding legit? I heard it has a lot of hidden features. There's no hidden features that I know of. You might be talking about Apex. Hey, Irving, appreciate you being here, man. I want to see us break this level and push aggressively. A 1K day on a 50K eval should be good. No, he's talking about the eval 100. I think he's talking about the eval. Need to push up through these 50s now. We're just bouncing around at 51. Trading prop firms right now. I appreciate that, Lucas. Have a good one, man. Yeah, I do, Kyle. I have one outdoor with a firm called AMP, A-M-P. Any thoughts on Lucid? You're like the only trader I haven't heard from about. I love it. I'm with them right now. I'm trading with them. I have 2 fundeds and then 3 evals. I just hit my daily loss limit for the evals. But yeah, I think they're going to be one of the top firms this coming year, from what I see, unless they just do something radically different than what they're doing right now. I feel like in the prop firm space, there's a problem with certain firms not listening to their users and not adapting to what they would make the experience better for their users. And I think Lucid does a great job of listening to their customers and making changes that are beneficial to everybody. And some of their plans are great, man. They're not too expensive. The payout structures are good. They don't have a ton of hidden rules or a bunch of crap. I think they're highly competitive right now. Tradeify is highly competitive. Take Profit Trader. Again, Apex is still in the mix for me because of the fact that you can leverage 20 funded accounts. I know there's a lot of rules and a lot of stuff that people don't like. I'm right there with you with some of it. But overall, I think they're a great firm. They pay. You follow the rules, they pay you, and you can make a lot of money. You can take some big payouts from Apex. If you didn't stream every day, I don't know what I'd do. My mental would be destroyed. The game is so lonely. Yeah, Hugo, I get that, man. I really want to see us bust through this 50s. There's plenty of orders above us here, so hopefully we don't bounce back down for some unknown reason, but there's plenty of orders above us. We just need to plow through this 30-minute gap that we're in. Took an L today, but it was an A+ setup. Can't be mad about that, Ben. You go by Ben or Benjamin. What would you say you struggle with the most with trading? Dude, to be honest, trading live like this is completely different than trading by myself, like locked in. The biggest thing I struggle with now is trading live. Answering questions, trying to give the chat the attention that I think it deserves, and trying to help people out while also trying to stay locked in and analyze the charts the way that I do when I'm not live. It's an extremely, extremely difficult task, man, and I don't think anybody understands it until they've done it. You know, and the other thing is you take one bad trade or one loss, and it doesn't happen as much in my stream, but I see it all the time in other people's streams where people just jump all over you, man. And that can, even if you say that it doesn't affect you, it does to some degree, man. Like it really can screw with your mental. So for me personally, the hardest thing for me currently is trading live. I'm confident in my philosophy about trading. I'm confident in my strategies. I'm confident in my abilities. I'm not cocky, but I have faith that I know what I'm doing and that I can make money doing this. But again, trading live is extremely difficult. This is the 1 minute. I appreciate that, Carter. It's a big set of orders at 69.55. Would like to see us hit that and blast through it and not reject. I think once we hit this high up here, then I'm going to go break even if we do hit it. No, that wasn't the unicorn strat. V-shaped recovery. I mean, V-shaped recovery, inversion of a 15. Plenty of orders on the book map. Directional trade, break of structure. Several different confluences. Let's say 3 or 4 different confluences. Yeah, Isaiah, when I hit that other point right here, I'm gonna go break even. Break even, I'm gonna move the stop to break even when it hits this level right here, if we do get there. I'm leaving a little breathing room for right now. Kyle, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna go break even right there. Risk-free trade. 200 right now. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Appreciate you being here, man. I can't tell if you're a man or a girl, and I don't mean that offensively. I just can't see your picture, and I can't tell with that name. But I appreciate that. You copy trading? Yeah. I'm using TradeSync. How do you manage to pass your funded? Develop a strategy that you have faith in and be patient. You know, if you haven't ever passed an eval before, you need to size down, take base hits, don't overthink it. If you're not passing evals, you're just blowing through them and you're constantly, you know, not having success, switch to paper. What does base hit mean in trading? If you're looking to pass an eval, you could potentially have gotten out of this trade right here. I mean, you made 200 bucks. That's a good base hit for the day. I have faith that this is going to go. Well, not faith. I have an idea that this is going to go higher. I could be wrong. I'm break even if it comes back and hits my stop. I haven't lost anything. This is what I'm seeing on the book map. So I don't know. Feels like it should go higher here. This is NQ. ES. So hopefully we're not dumping back to the VWAP and then, you know, then going up, because that would actually stop me out. But currently heading in that direction. So the orange yellow thing, you talking about this right here? This is where it's going to close part of my order. So I'm in for 5 contracts right now. At this level, it'll sell 3 of them and it'll lock in some profits. It'll leave 2 of them running up to this other level right here, and it'll close them at that level. Oh, yes. Yes, sorry. I misunderstood you. Yeah, the book map, those are orders. Those are orders. Five micros. Can you do that on Top Step? Yeah, can. Yeah, Gibson book map is key. How do you do that? Because I didn't know. Okay, so on trading Top Step, I believe it's the same as TradingView here. You right click on the chart. Like let's say you're in for 5 contracts. Change your sizing in the top corner of Top Step to however many contracts you're trying to, how many partials you want to take. Like for instance, if you wanted 3, like I'm doing, you would enter the number 3, and then you can right click on the chart at the level that you want it to, you know, where you want it to take partials, and then you do sell for 3, sell limit for 3. I'm on the 1 minute right now just to keep an eye on this. We took this off of the 15, tap back into this 15. That's why we took the trade. I mean, part of the reason we took the trade, I'm just keeping it on the 1 because it's easier for people to see the movement, I guess. What broker? Well, this is what you're looking at is TradingView. This is a platform called TradingView. I'm trading with Alpha Futures, Take Profit Trader, Lucid Trading, and Tradeify currently. They're all copy trading. Nice confirmation. Hey, good trade, man. I use something called Trade Syncer, SYNCER. That's what I copy trade with. All those firms do work with TradingView, yep. So when you buy an account with one of those firms, you buy the Tradeivate plan, and so to give you those individual firms will give you a login for Tradeivate. You go to Tradeivate, log in. There's an add-on feature that says activate TradingView. You activate it, and then you can use that same login to sign into TradingView, so that whatever trades you're taking will show on both charts. You can execute on either chart, and it'll show up on both. Which rule specifically, Jace? Zach, what's up, man? Yeah, at least 3 or 4, Hugo. At least 3 or 4. Sorry for missing that. I want to see at least 3 or 4 different things to justify the trade. Depends on the plan you have, Krypton. I have the unlimited plan, so I can do unlimited. But depending on the plan, you're limited to 1 connection, 2 connections, or I think there's 3 levels. So it's like the base level is like 1 connection, the other connection's 3, and then there's an unlimited connections. I want to say the base, let me give you some exact numbers here. Let's see. Subscriptions and memberships. So the basic plan allows for 2 connections, up to 10 accounts per connection. So a connection is a firm. So like you can have 2 firms, and then you can have up to 10 accounts per firm. The Pro plan, which is the second level, allows 4 connections and up to 20 accounts per connection. So you could have 4 prop firms and then up to 20 accounts per prop firm. And then the unlimited plan, which is what I have, is unlimited. How do you see progress on an Apex account? You wait till the end of the day, and then you go to the dashboard, and then you can click on, let's see, enter my authentication here. Then you click on accounts, and then you click on active evals or active PAs, depending on which one you're trying to check. Started a TPT eval. There you go. I don't like how we're just dancing at this level, man. I want to see some volume. I want to see some volume blast through this level. Lost a lot today on NQ. Sorry to hear that, man. So when you buy an account, how do you make money off? So when you buy an account, how do you make money off someone else's account? I don't understand that question at all. Stuck to your rules? Hey, can't be but too mad, man. How much is the unlimited plan, and what prop firm allows you to use unlimited evals? None. 20 is the max with Apex. That's the most. My account got closed for zero reason after starting it 3 days ago. My funded futures. I don't work with them, so I can't help you. I don't trade with them. I hate to hear that, though. That's frustrating. Some people buy funded accounts, right? Yeah, like you buy an evaluation with a prop firm, Dre. You buy an evaluation. If you pass the evaluation, you get, at that point, you have a funded account. It gets converted to a funded account. And the way that you make money from that is you hit a certain target prop, you hit a buffer, and then everything above that buffer is withdrawable up to a certain amount. So like different firms have different rules. Some allow only like a 2K payout every 8 days. That's Apex. Take Profit Trader, they allow up to $10,000 daily withdrawals per account. Just depends on the firm. Different firms have different perks, different pros and cons. But that's how you make money. What's the best unbiased firm all around? I mean, I'm affiliated with a bunch of them now, man. So I don't know, like, I don't affiliate myself with any firm that I don't actually believe in. The firm that I according to my trading style and the rules that I like, the two that I think are competing for the top right now, Tradeify and Take Profit Trader. They're the most straightforward. They, you know, the only thing that Take Profit Trader has that a lot of people don't like is the trailing drawdown. So it has intraday trailing, meaning if I'm in this trade right here and it goes back to break even, it'll basically be $250 or whatever the peak was of the trade against my drawdown, as if I took a $250 loss. So you got to adjust your trading style to that kind of stuff. Exactly, man. That's the whole idea behind prop firms, is like your risk to reward ratio is tremendous, or great, I should say. Like, you're in for $100, potential upside's unlimited. I mean, theoretically, unless they just ban you. Versus, you know, you gotta, if you're trading your own personal capital, you need at least a couple grand in there to really have some effective buying power. And it's all on the table for a loss at that point. What's up, Christian? Any advice on this? Been a bad month for me, honestly. In the last 5 days, I've been all red, 7 trades total, and I'm 260 away from blowing both my funded. December was green, but Jan is bad. Hey, I get that, man. I blew a ton of accounts last week. Size down, get back to the basics. Make sure that you're journaling. Hopefully you journaled when things were going well. You could look back on that and see exactly what you were doing that maybe you're not doing now, or something you are doing now that you weren't doing then. Definitely pay attention to those sorts of things. Size down. I'm sized down here, 5 micros. It's been a little bit of a rough month for me as well. So you're not alone. It doesn't mean you're a bad trader. It doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. Don't allow it to screw your psychology. Lower your sizing, get your confidence back, keep it moving. Yeah, Zach, I saw the message. Yeah, it's 5 micros on this one. Hey, $253, man. That's nothing. Before this trade, I'm down 1,100. So you're good. You're good. I had a little boo-boo this morning. Took a terrible trade, compounded the issue because when I tried to get out, I accidentally sold a second contract instead of buying back the contract for the short that I was in. Lost an additional like $200 or $300 because of that. Don't let it screw with you, man. It's the best place for signals? I have no idea, man. I don't do signals. For the 50K accounts, it's $2,000 per account every 8 days for the first 5 payouts. Green boy. Appreciate that, Zach. Appreciate that a lot, man. It is slow. Matching the hat with the hoodie. Appreciate that, Cam. You noticing? Do I use ICT concepts? I mean, this, I guess you could say, yeah, this is ICT, but the real justification for this trade was Bookmap. And it still is the justification for staying in. This is what we're seeing on the Bookmap. So we'll see how it plays out. I will shortly. Chrissy, I'd say see if you can milk the prop firms. If you can milk the prop firms for 9 to 12 months, then start trading your personal capital. 20K is a lot to put on the line if you're not taking consistent payouts with prop firms. If you're not taking consistent payout with prop firms, this is what I've noticed. If you're not taking consistent payout with prop firms, you will get cooked with personal capital. 13 total right now. When we hit this next level, there's another gap up here. I want to see us invert. I could. If it doesn't break this 60 level, couldn't you just take profit? Could. There's another like wick high right there at that 60.25 level. Ton of orders here on the book map, so just gonna stay patient. $13, Gibson. Yeah, I did. I executed on Trade-A-Bait, yeah. Yeah, if Trade-A-Bait looked better, it would be nice. I don't recommend trading Asia at all. Here's the book map. I'll follow your lead there and move the stop up to that swing. Sorry, I was trying to get this. I'm OCD. I was trying to get this exactly on the trade. This is a long that we're in out of this 15-minute inversion. Taking TPs to the top of the new week opening gap. I hate trading at this hour. That's why I usually get off at 11, but we're in it. Starving right now, dude. And hopefully it doesn't shoot down, Des. There's a ton of orders still above us. I feel like every time I say that I jinx it, but here's the... You'd think the book map would just take off, or the price would take off based on the book map here. How confident am I in this trade? We're in profit right now. I mean, we took it right off that 15 V-shaped recovery here. I mean, solid entry. Tap of this VWAP, complete respect of it. Inverted a couple gaps on the way up. It's a pretty good trade, I would say. Would be a shame if Trump tweeted. Why you gotta jinx it, man? How's the semester going? It's all right, man. It's not very challenging, but I'm really not a fan of this 8 a.m. Thursday class that I have for business, dude. It's like, it's a very fun, it's a 100 level class, which only reason I'm taking it is UNC requires you to take this course regardless of what you transferred in with. I have 400 level credits. I don't need a 100 level course, but I'm required to take it. So it's very like mind numbing. Not a huge fan. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is a silver lining, but not a huge fan of it. Yeah, go to UNC Chapel Hill. Oh, you go here too? That's sick. First payout, boom. That's awesome, man. Had a pass intraday trailing on the TPT. Don't do what I'm doing here. If you see a trade start to come back on you, close it. I mean, when I'm worried about the trailing, I size heavy in the trade. I do 1 or 2 minis, and then I look for, like, if I had taken this trade, I probably would have just been happy with taking it up to here. If you're in for 2 minis, that's 100 a point. You know, that would have been $525 right there. So that's kind of how I approach the trailing drawdown, the intraday trailing. That's what's worked for me. I mean, some people might hear that and be like, wow, that's stupid, but it's worked for me. Starting to get a move to this liquidity. I want to see us blast through this 1 minute right here. Not reject. Yeah, Isaiah, that's not a bad idea. 400 is good. You know, do what you want, whatever you're comfortable with, but definitely with you on the thinking there. What's Bookmap telling you? Need to break out of here, this level right here. If we can break through this to the upside, then this has solid potential. How do you say your name? AUGP? I do use standard deviation to determine take profit levels and entries and stuff. Not always, but it is a great tool to use. I was gonna say, what are you majoring in? What year are you? A lot of orders up there, yeah. Just needs to take them. NQ's got a lot of orders too. Ton of orders on NQ. Sophomore. I got you. Computer science. I'm a junior doing econ right now, trying to get into the business school so I can do finance. Would be ideal. I'm applying this spring. You know anybody that codes? Since you're in computer science? Yeah, the trading thing, man, I'm doing okay. That was, you know, the reason I started here at UNC was because ultimately I was trying to go to law school. And that was before trading had taken off. So plans have slightly changed since trading. Some aggressive orders here at 69.60. My mic is echoing? Is it echoing for anybody else? Yeah, trading has a way of doing that, man. I think we're about to get some fast movement here through the 60s. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow, man. Appreciate you being here. I got class in 30 minutes, dude. You in the same trade? I'm glad you are too, Hugo. Come on, we got 19 seconds to invert this one. We can do it. A little push up above the 60 there. That's all we need. Did not. Trail my stop a little more aggressively here. Carter, I moved mine below this accumulation here. You live trade every day? Yes. Did invert that big 3 that we were in. Put stops just below it. And the 2. And the 1 now. What is the question, Zach? Are you above all your buffers? No. I blew all my accounts last Tuesday. I only have 2 fundeds right now. The rest are evals. Yeah. Not ideal. I hope so. Yeah, I have confidence. Appreciate that. Bro, I'm trying to go work out. Can we hit TV? Yeah, I got class here in 30 minutes. Just needed to, if we hit this first TP right here, I'll be happy. Bookmap, I'll show you guys that. Still looking good. This is NQ. So hopefully we respect order flow here. Wouldn't say there's a whole lot of momentum, but there's definitely order flow. I appreciate that, Futures. I'm glad it helped, man. I got you, man. I'll be quick. I got to start getting dressed, to be honest, for class. So look at that. Oh, come on. Maybe if I get dressed, it'll go. Dude, my head is pounding so hard right now, man. So frustrating. You got to do the math, Trey. I don't really focus on that. We're in for 5 minis. Or excuse me, whew, not 5 minis, wow. 5 micros. This is manipulation? What? You're saying from this accumulation, this is manipulation? I mean, this is, yeah, I mean, maybe we've been pushing up pretty bullish though. Tons of orders still above us. That's NQ. That's a dump. Part of me wants to pound another shot of espresso real quick. Are we gonna get stopped out here? Still not really seeing anything underneath us. I don't know what is attracting price to that level. Bum, bum, bum. And boom. Good to go. I'm happy with that. Nothing wrong with that trade at all. All right, guys, I'm off for the day. You guys have a good one. Be safe. If you're red, don't make it worse. If you're green, don't give it back. Appreciate you being here. Take it easy. God bless you guys. Love you. Thank you. Hey, that's awesome. 1.4. Boom. Very nice. See ya.